If you've ever thought about writing a book, but you keep putting it off, then this video is for you. I want to convince you that now is the time for you to write your book. Okay, here's reason number one. Reason number one is tomorrow isn't promised. You just don't know how much time you have, but you know that you have today. That's actually the best reason. Like, let's end the video now, because that's the only reason actually you have today. You don't know about tomorrow. Jesus said, don't worry about tomorrow because every day has enough troubles of its own. We've all lived long enough to know that some people won't have tomorrow, but you have today. You just don't know how much time you have. I could give you so many examples, but I'm going to move on. Okay. Number two reason that you need to write your book right now is because your first book is not going to be as good as your second book. Did he go there, ladies and gentlemen? Yes, he did. Your second book's going to be much better. Of course it is. Because you're a freshman. Do you remember what it's like to be a freshman? I no longer have a freshman. He is now a sophomore. And he lets me know about that. But good grief. Like, freshmen are freshmen. There's a lot. There's a lot that freshmen don't know, right? Freshman, you're a freshman writer. You're trying to figure it out for the first time. There's so much you don't know, especially the experience. You don't know what it's like to need to pick that one book cover, not the 5, but the one. You don't know what it's like to narrow down and actually choose the final book title because you're a freshman. You've never done it before. You don't know what it's like to pick the subtitle that goes with the main title, that goes with the cover. You don't know what it's like to write the back of book copy so people can actually open the book and read the book because they know what it's about. You don't know what it's like to go through the process of launching your book and getting a book launch team and all the weird feelings about, did I hit a bestseller list or did I not? Because you're a freshman. Be okay being a freshman. But do you want to spend your whole life being a freshman? Come on. No, of course you don't. So what do? You get the first book out of your head. You do it. You go to freshman class and you get it done, right? Get your first book done because then you know better. But you won't know better until you do it. It's just the law of the world, right? You can't be a sophomore until you're a freshman. You can't be a junior until you're a sophomore. It's just the way it goes. You can't launch your second book until you've launched your first book. It's just the law. Now you're no longer a freshman. Okay. Reason number 3. This, I think, is the most powerful reason, is that there is somebody right now who needs to read your story. There is somebody right now who's struggling with crippling anxiety, and they need to read your story. Not Brian Dixon's story, not Beth Moore's story, not Lisa TerKeurst's story. They need to read your story because your story has one little detail that you don't even know about that connects directly to her. When you mentioned the summer camp you grew up in chapter 6, she's like, that was my summer camp, right? When you mentioned where you went to college, she's like, I've been there. When you mentioned your dog's name, and she's like, that was the name of my dog when I was a kid. Like, there's something about your story that you don't even know. You don't even know, but she knows. And when she reads your story, she'll say, she gets me. She gets me. And now I can actually listen to what she has to say. I know her. I like her. I trust her because I relate to her. And there's someone right now who can't read your story because you didn't publish it. You didn't publish your story. And so she can't read it. How will she read it if you never published it? Let's really lean in here. Come on. Let's really lean in. You ready? Come on. Let's lean in. You ready? She's thinking about killing herself. She's thinking about leaving her husband. She's thinking about quitting her job. She's thinking about starting a diet. Whatever, like, we can go really grave, like stakes, like life and death. But you know what the Bible says? There's life and death in the power of the tongue. In other words, your words are either life or death. So let's just go to a really dark place. Here we go. If you never write your words, she might die. Did you need to hear that? She literally might die. She might die inside. Her relationship might die. Her body might die because she needs to read your words. There's something that is powerful in your words that literally could keep her alive. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it to be true. You have too, right? There's something that you read somewhere a long time ago that gave you hope again, that helped you to believe again. And yes, might I go there, friend? Without the guilt. Okay, a lot of grace. So don't hear guilt in this, but hear compassion and passion. There's something that you read a long time ago that literally kept you alive. It kept you going. And the credit goes to the author who actually got over herself, got over himself long enough to actually write it down, to be okay, to be a freshman, to carpe diem, to seize the day, and to actually write the book, even though it wasn't perfect, even though they didn't have their whole life together, even though they weren't sure if they had the money, if they had the time, if they had the talent, they still decided to write. And because they did, you are still here. How cool is that? You can be the hope that someone else has been looking for their whole life, but you have to write it. If you need help, we can help you.